concepts that pertains to. Like I said, I kept to myself. No one really knew much about me, and even into football, like even the guys I was in my graduating class when we played football and stuff, they're always like, "This dude doesn't like no one knows who I am other than Sean. He was the only one that saw me grinding day in and day out, just like you said that
Yeah.
And then when junior year and then senior year came around, and I erupted,
put it on for show. Like, hey, brother, like, this is me.
Who the fuck is this dude?
Yeah.
And Sean even said prior to that season, he's like, you guys are gonna make fun of this motherfucker and watch. He's gonna pop off, and you guys are gonna be like, well, and guess what happened? Everybody was like, hey man,
get
away from me.
Yeah,
100%. That's not how that works,
dude. Literally, this dude, and again, I'll zip you up here soon, but scored the first touchdown on the turf football field on the first kickoff, guys. It was
a punt return.
All right, whatever, yeah. Punt return. But that's what I'm saying. You were the dude catching the fucking balls. And this is what they were even ragging on me at the bar like today about how I don't have hands. I'm like, I know. I mean, I'm pretty good at fucking catching, and same with you. That's why I was like, and the coaches saw it. Yeah. Like when we're doing warm ups, when they're bringing out people in front of all the fans that come, or like the parents and stuff like that to watch, they don't want guys out there that fucking can't catch the fucking ball. They brought us out there because we fucking could catch. Like, so fuck all those guys at the bar that fucking said we couldn't catch or you couldn't catch, because you could. And not only that, you had fucking nerves of steel.
Dude.
Let me paint hold on.
Yeah.
No, let me paint this fucking picture.
I've caught one ball all season.
Ow, fuck. Exactly. Fair caught one ball, dude. And I'm telling you, the kicker would fucking kick. There might be a guy, I shit you not, right here. Nap, I got this. Dude, catch that ball. Shake that dude out of his shoes. And then you wouldn't, I'm not saying you'd return every one of them. Mm-hmm. You'd at least get 20 yards back. Mm-hmm. I'd say your average 15, 20 yards at least.
I don't know if you recalled this, but at the end of the season, I ended up second in the state in average punt return yards.
I bet.
The only reason I wasn't first was because some kid had one return for like 80-something yards for a touchdown, so his average was 87. I think I might have finished with like an average of like 40 to 50 yards per return.
Damn.
For that whole senior year that I did punt return.
That's not, but
yeah.
And you got to give shout out to Coach Cook.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, all
that
the
boy
coaches
knew what the fuck. Well,
yeah.
No, especially to him, because he was a special teams coach,
yeah.
And his formula.
What, that wall?
Bro, the highlight reels that some of these dudes got.
The Miles boys absolutely decapitate.
I think it's illegal now. You're not allowed to do it, but just blindside after blindside, just ruining kids' lives. And I shit you not, that's why I won't let my kid play football. Because I know there's guys out there like me and you, where like the Oklahoma drills, I lived for them. And again, I'm not trying to be like the machoist fucking like, to be fair, I'll put respect on you. You had a better football career than me, 100%.
Yeah.
Now I have one thing over you that you don't have over me, which I did letter one more year than you, but that's just because you didn't start your sophomore year, junior and senior.
Yeah.
But so that's just a little rivalry.
No, that's
whatever.
fine. I mean,
but I'll give you your flowers because you were better. You were fucking good. You had the size that I was a little lacking in that department. You were a little quicker than me. You're the older brother, like.
But I also I
grind. I don't know if you grind. I was right next to you the whole time.
What I would say is that I played relentlessly. Not you didn't, but I was so like I led with my head on every hit.
Yeah,
I was throwing my whole body into.
But we were in two different positions too. I was corner, you were a strong safety, so you had to eat a lot. Mine was more of finesse. Like I had to be more football IQ, like that. Yeah. You're hard nosed, like let's. But a lot of people, I had the same thing because sitting on this podcast, my co-host, that's the only reason he thinks I started. He was like, "You were a tough nosed corner. You fucking go up, lick them, and then you fucking run." And I'd be like. I had a little bit of that, but there was a lot of times where I wasn't licking no one. I knew that dude was faster than me. That's where that football IQ comes in. Yeah. But now I vividly remember in one Oklahoma drill, this kid was new too, and like I said, we both have that competitive, like we like that thump, like let's fucking go. Like this kid jumped out of he jumped out of the fucking thing. Like, I don't know if I had like I will kill you look on my face or what, but he was like, no fucking way.
Oh yeah.
He was running the ball. I was like, and he just jumped right out. I was like, damn. Now again, this was fucking like 5th or 6th grade minis, but whatever. Those were the coolest days though. You never got to. That's also shitty. You never got to play white like in the
Little League.
In the Little League. That's such bullshit.
My Little League was in Florida when I hit my head and cracked my head open.
Yeah, if you guys can see, he's got this gash. It's right here. We played, like I said, we kind of grew up a little bit in Florida, and that type of football is way different than up here. Way different.
Yeah.
That shit's legit. And don't get me wrong, Ohio football's legit too, but I'd say it's just a little more. It's Florida, dude.
It just depends where you're at,
But the place we were at, nice ass stadium. Like, I have like pictures of like flashbacks of it because it was a long time ago. Fucking 26, 27. Now we're fucking getting old. We're almost 30, dude.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Oh, come on. I'm excited to hit 30. It's my favorite number, but whatever. But anyways, so we were a little younger, so down there, like all the kids would get together. We'd fucking playing legit football. There was 2 games going on. You could watch the main one. You probably have some dads betting side bets on the little kids over there, but
bleachers and stuff.
Yeah, but I just remember like waking up at like because I don't think I was even there at this game. I was at home and Michelle's like, "Dude, we gotta go to the hospital." Like Isaac's, like, so kind of paint the picture. This is what I was told.
Why don't you let me tell it because
okay, yeah, that's probably better. Yeah.
So
you guys
the
don't
whole reason,
anyways,
the whole reason I was there is because my girlfriend at the time was cheerleading for the game. So I went there, and behind the bleachers we started playing football like the kids do. I was running a route as a receiver, and I went to run a in route, and I ran an in route, leaned in to catch the ball, caught it, turned to run, and they have those concrete meters where you can see the meters on them, and it's a concrete post.
I thought you hit the light pole.
No,
because the light poles were square.
No, I know, but they have one of those big concrete rectangle things at the top with the meters on them to read. When I caught the ball and turned to run, I literally turned upfield and I hit the corner with the front of my face. Yeah. And it just split my stuff open and knocked me out. I was out, I think, for like 10, 15 seconds or something. Yeah. When I came to, one of my coaches for the team that I played for was there on the sideline and stuff. And he had a shirt on my head. And I went to sit up and he was like, don't move. I was like, what? And I went to the hospital, and honestly, the most painful part of that process was when they stuck me with the needles to numb it, to stitch it. But I never cried once the entire time. They stitched my face up and stuff.
You're just a fucking savage.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that I think most people, because of the shock factor, probably wouldn't, affect them. But it was funny because after they like numbed it and everything, the doctor was just sitting there rubbing his finger on my skull like, yep, it's dented. There's a crack right here. And you can still feel it runs a little bit up here. You can feel where the crack was.
I mean, you fucking smack concrete.
Yeah. So,
hold on.
If you think about it, the amount of times I've been hitting the head in the face with stuff in my life.
Surprised it didn't like fracture or anything.
I mean, yeah. So there was that. I mean,
to be fair, we got some pretty thick heads.
In South Carolina, I had 2 things happen. I went to a trampoline park with some buddies from work, and we were doing who could do the most backflips in a row.
Oh my God.
I fell, I wasn't as big as I am now, but I was still kind of heavy. I fell, and the pads covering the metal and the springs moved and shifted, and I hit my head on the bar, and it split it open. And I drove myself to the hospital with a concussion that I found out a couple days later I had, but they just put staples in my head, sent me on my way. I went to work the next day, and I was like about to fall over working, and they sent me to the hospital, found out I had a concussion. I went home, and then later on, a couple of years later, was when I went golfing with Ash, and that's when he hit me in the mouth with a golf club on accident.
Your dome piece?
He hit me in the mouth with a golf club, and I literally he hit me, and I was like, bro, what the? And I ended up going to the hospital.
You're a jackass. Either he's a jackass or you're a jackass. So who's the jackass in this story?
Essentially, I think it's partly both of our faults. But
you weren't paying attention.
It's more on my part, but I'm not going to say it's none of his fault.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like 25 his, 75
that dude had to feel like a piece of shit.
I mean, at first he was like, are you okay? And then he's like, you're a dumbass. Because, what happened was, so we teed off for a par 3. I hit my shot. It was like 15, 20 feet from the hole. Nice shot. And he's like, I want to do that. And he's not very good at golf. So I was like, all right, well, let me help you. He took his practice swings on the tee box. I waited until he was done. And I went to walk up behind him to like help adjust his stance.
Grab his hips.
He took a random backswing.
Oh no!
And hit me on the backswing with it, and it cracked my tooth. Put my bottom lip got cut
through it.
My tooth here went through my lip down here, so I had to get stitches here, and it actually cracked this tooth here. I had to have, dude. It was a 1.5-year process, but this tooth got cracked. They had to remove the tooth. I got a fake tooth.
Yeah.
That I've had. But it was a 1.5-year process where I went without a tooth. I literally had a missing tooth right here next to my front tooth for a 1.5 years.
Wait, so I just had to get a tooth pulled. Listen how nice of a fucking guy I am. And previously to me going to the dentist a lot, you probably go to the dentist a lot now because you're in the military. If you weren't in the military,
we have a checkup once a year.
I was gonna say, if you weren't in the military, I doubt you'd probably go to the dentist
Thursday.
A lot.
I had a cleaning on Thursday.
I was supposed to have one last week, and I was like, dude, I just went 6 months ago. Chill out. So, and I'm a clean freak, like so, but I'll probably just reschedule. I'll get it done. But wifey's pregnant, and once you go through that, hopefully you're gonna have a kid. Hopefully here soon. I don't want you to be an old dad, but they have crazy hormones, and a lot of their senses heighten, such as vision, hearing, smell, everything. So she kept, again, I'm a very clean guy. She kept telling me like my breath smells. And I'm like, dude, my breath doesn't smell. I've never had like any chick tell me that. Like I've never that's one of my biggest like pet peeves is body odor and there's like that kind of bullshit. Like take care of that. But so the only thing I think of, I did crack this tooth a while ago and I never got taken care of. Like I'd still clean it, brush it. It just cracked. And I think it had been like dying, like
so it was a decaying tooth.
And I think she I couldn't taste it, I couldn't smell anything. It was still white, like it was still good to go, dude. I don't know about you, but my jaw supposedly is very, very healthy. Bro, they threw the fucking kitchen sink at this bitch trying to get it out. Almost to the point where they're fucking hammering my fucking face trying to get this thing out. And it eventually comes out, and because she asked, she was like, do you want a root canal? I was like, well, how much is a fucking root canal? She's like, with your insurance, it's just going to be like $800. I was like, damn. And I have Anthem. Like, it's not terrible insurance. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
How much is it to just get a pull? She's like $80. I was like, fucking sign me up, because when I smile, you can't see it. Yeah. It's back here.
It's a back upper.
It's like, fuck it. But I did that for her. Like, I got my fucking tooth pulled out for you, girl. Like, don't say I never do anything for you, because damn. But the only reason I didn't bring it up is because I do remember you talking a lot about your tooth and stuff.
Yeah,
but
so I've been hit in the face by a lot of stuff.
Yeah, damn, bro. You better chill out. Probably brain dead up there.
No, there's not many brain cells left.
To be fair, I think we are thick-skulled, I would say. Like, our dome pieces, your hat's almost like a lot like mine. You definitely got a decent-sized head.
Oh, I got a big head.
Yeah.
I got made fun of a lot for that shit. Remember, what was my nickname with Tristan?
Pinhead.
Yes, why was that?
Well, that's just your Xbox name forever.
Because I had a big-ass head and a little, like, small body that was underneath
it. Pinhead, isn't Pinhead like a skinny head? Like a tiny little skinny head?
No.
I don't know. I have a blockhead, bro. A fucking dome piece up here. My daughter's got it. Dude, our genetics are thick. Or at least your boys. We'll see when hopefully you produce.
Based on what I've seen from yours and Sadie's.
Yes. Dude, the Morrison genes are... You're getting blonde. You want blonde hair, blue-eyed babies? Hit up the Morrisons, because you're getting one. My wife's got dark genetics. Like, my son, dark genetics. Like, dark hair, dark eyes, dark eyebrows. Fuck no, bro. Baby P getting some hair. She's starting to get a little hair. Beautiful blue eyes. Just, she's I can't wait for you to have that. And I think you're going to be a girl dad too. I think. No, you have to have a boy. Either you or Cody has to have a boy.
to carry on the name.
Yeah, you're gonna have like you at least. How many kids do you want?
I think I'd be fine with 2.
Mm-hmm.
Two is my number that I've like.
Yeah, if you would have said 1, I would throw this fucking beer at you because you clearly weren't listening to this entire conversation.
Why?
Because I kept saying, like, in the beginning when I was talking about Rylan, how important siblings are.
I know.
No, it is insanely important. Please, out there, do not have just one child. If you can, because it is very important for that child's development to have someone that is going through what they're going through, I would say. You know what I just heard? Fun fact. Italy, guess how long it's been since they've had one kid born in Italy?
I don't know.
Just take a guess.
Can't imagine it's that far or that long.
What do you think?
What, a couple years?
Damn, you are stupid.
What?
A baby's almost born every like.
Well, if
couple
you're saying
minutes.
that, obviously it has to be something dramatic.
3 months.
Whoop-de-doo. 3 months?
You don't understand how catastrophic that is. You should really.
There's people that date that are 10 to 15 years apart.
It doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is we're clearly. Do you what knowledge do you have of like the way the world is going right now?
In regards to what?
Interest rates, gas prices.
I mean, I have
food,
a general idea of a lot of that.
War,
Yeah.
like pretty much everything you should be keyed in on. I
have a general idea of it.
Okay, so when I say something like that, that's the issue because the old is old, and they're not having people to replace people is the problem. America's going through it too. The worst one of us is China because they had that where you can only have one child policy, and America is getting ready to go into one of the craziest. Because baby boomers, they're getting to the age where they're going into nursing homes, they're passing away. It's sad and stuff.
But that's because the people that are in my like age group / generation of people, and the people that are slightly older than me, we are not having a whole lot of kids. Like, you talk to Tyler's sister and those people in her group to my group of people, they're not having as many kids as the people who are younger than us.
My Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler Beekner.
Okay.
Yeah, his sister was talking about it. She knows a lot of her friends that she graduated with aren't having kids.
No, America's not too bad off. Like, we should definitely be, but I'm more saying, like, there's countries around here that's insane. Yeah. Like I just said, we're having kids. You can probably look it up, and I might be talking out of my ass, but I know, like, when my baby was born, there was 3 other babies born that night. Well, yeah, so it's got to be like,
there's kids being born all the time,
every minute, like every second almost. But like, what I'm getting at is, I guess I don't know exactly kind of what I was getting at, but the generations are kind of. I was talking about the fun fact. The fun fact, that's insane. One, but what's crazy is. I think per capita of like older people going into nursing homes, there's 1 for every 30 person. So we're 29 beds short. So do you understand? Yeah. But now in my business, that's great. That's really good because that means there's people going to be needing houses being built. That's more but that's just insane to me. Like fun fact, but holy shit.
Yeah, that's just how that works though. It's a cycle that just happens, and there's those generations that come through that have a more amount of people going in than ones.
So do you worry about any of that? Like you being keyed in, like in the military, are you hearing things? Like, are you like?
Not really. I mean,
that's so scary.
I mean, if it's important enough, we'll know about it. I mean, there's people making jokes and stuff about being a draft and all this stuff.
Yeah. I wrote it down because even girls are getting drafted this time.
It's nothing to worry about.
What do you think about that?
What, girls being drafted?
Yeah.
I mean, I work with females. There's females in the military already.
Well, it's never happened before, and like, there's a lot of girls that are like, you're not drafting me. It's like, listen, you guys are fighting for, like, there's already women, like you just said, in the military. Like, it's like, I have a daughter. She ain't getting drafted. I'll go. Fuck you. I'll be 90 and go.
I was gonna say, if it comes to a point where we have to draft women to the military, then we've already lost.
Can I get drafted?
Yes.
But you're already in the military. Am I allowed to still, like, because that's the whole movie based off of...
You're talking about Mulan?
No, you idiot.
What movie are you talking
Saving
about?
Private Ryan. I can't believe you just said that.
Well,
you should be ashamed of yourself.
I thought you were going to say there's only one person...
Mulan?
Yes, there's only one person per family that got drafted in that movie. I thought that's where you were going with that.
Oh wow. You watch a lot of Disney movies.
I watch a lot of movies in general, but yes,
I watch hold on, I watch a lot of fucking movies too. But Mulan Saving Private Ryan is all about that. Like,
so what was your point with that?
I think there's again, hold on. I think in this movie there's 4 brothers and all of them got drafted, but you're not allowed to do that because 3 of them were already in. That's the whole movie. I think they're trying to find that one brother because he's not supposed to be in, because if he dies, then the name dies. Like their whole thing fucks.
Oh,
that's what I'm getting at. Is that a thing?
Don't
get me wrong. Hey, if they need me, I'm going.
I mean, I don't think it's a thing, but I don't see.
I would probably sign up. I'm not going to the Air Force. I ain't going to the Navy.
Well, if you get drafted,
I ain't going to the Marines. That means Army. I'm going Green Beret. Let's go.
If you get drafted, you don't have a choice.
I know, but I do what Papal did. He knew the draft was coming, so he went and signed up, which is intelligent.
I mean, yeah. If you wanted to be,
I don't see why I wouldn't get drafted.
That's why I said you would be.
You see me? You see my Planet Fitness?
That doesn't mean anything.
I know, but. I would want to go defend the country that my family is living in because I actually have something I'm fighting for. You technically have nothing you're fighting for, right? What are you fighting for?
The freedom of America.
Okay, well, I appreciate you. Hey, you know what?
The fact that
I love you and I appreciate you.
Service.
But to be fair, like if I went out there, I guess you don't fight.
I mean,
wait, yeah, I guess you're fighting for me. Yeah, cool. Hey. You're fighting for me.
I mean,
I appreciate it.
That's the.
You get what do you understand what I'm saying?
It's more personal for you.
Yeah, because yes, and I don't mean I'm just more. That's kind of a funny analogy, I guess.
No, I get it. But
yeah, that's crazy. You're fighting for me, brother. Thanks.
I mean, I'm
and your niece and your nephew, bro.
Yeah,
putting on the line. All right, enough with all that. We were trying to dabble into your weightlifting journey and stuff. So I'd really like you to break it down, kind of tell everyone, like, where was the ambition to start putting on the size that you are now? Because it is a little excessive. I mean, the fact that you kind of need help putting on a shirt.
I don't need help putting on a
shirt. Do you know who Sam
Sulek?
Yeah.
Don't start.
Come on.
Don't start.
Go ahead and tell him.
Tell him what?
Tell him about your journey into it. And where it all started.
I mean, obviously it started when I was younger, and the main thing that got me into lifting was the fact that when I was small and didn't have anything that I could really relate to, and I joined the military, that was the main thing. I went overseas and I was kind of by myself. So being alone overseas and not having a support system or really anything to go off of, I was tired of people making fun of me and just having stuff to say about me. So I just divested myself in lifting, get more knowledgeable on it. And then, I mean, if anybody else has done any fitness journey or attempted to try and get in shape, there becomes a point when you start seeing progress and you just get addicted to it. And that's kind of what happened. So started lifting for the fact of I didn't want to be small, and I had a more presence about me, and then I just got addicted to it and I kept doing it. And then it got to a point where I actually found that I was really good at it, and I invested enough time in it that I got the rewards I wanted. So I progressed to the next level of, doing competitions, powerlifting,
whoa.
Stuff like that.
You've never done a competition?
I have. I've done.
You have?
I've done a powerlifting.
Oh, powerlifting.
And a bodybuilding show.
You did a show?
Overseas.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Are you lying to me?
No. Why would?
I don't know. Powerlifting, how'd you do? Because you... Not only is he big, because you can put on size like volume but not be strong.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing I do. I typically don't go, because there's no point. The biggest dumbbells I pick up are 65s.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at it from a fitness perspective, there's typically two roads or avenues that people go. You have aesthetics.
Yeah.
And you have strength.
Yeah.
Those are the two avenues that
But naturally, I am pretty strong. Like... Yeah. I could definitely. I mean, I can bench 225. I could rep it. Like, I'm a pretty. I think that's just in our genetics. Yeah. I do believe we've kind of have been told. I don't like the R word, but like people have looked at me and be like, dude, you're kind of. And I'm like, dude, shut up. But It's kind of true, but not only do you have the size, but you are a unit when it comes to moving weight. I mean, what's your max bench like?
500.
Okay, and then tell what's that at old school? They used to it was squat, deadlift,
bench, and deadlift are the big three that they do.
Yeah. So go ahead and name what's your maxes on those right now.
It's been,
or I guess what's your highest it's ever been.
Yeah. So my all-time life PR for bench is 5. My all-time life PR for squat is like 560-ish, give or take.
That's not good, is it? We're not good at squats.
I'm actually very good at squats.
Well, then
that's one of my most.
I thought it'd be in like lifts. 6, maybe 8. Is that like insane?
800 pounds.
I guess what's the world record
for squat?
Yeah.
I mean, professional lifters that are like geared.
But that's what you're trying to get. Like that's.
I don't like I lift to, 1, look good, but 2, it's more functional strength.
Okay.
Like it's just after a while you just build strength and you just want to.
But I feel like 5 and 5 isn't a good. Your legs should be way stronger than your chest, and I've noticed that I'm way stronger up in my chest than I am down low.
Well, my thing is in high school when I did my lifts, a lot of the things I did, I'm genetically I'm blessed with shoulders and triceps are the not big, strong.
Did you guys hear that? If you guys noticed, Planet Fitness. Shoulders.
I was in high school doing like weighted dips with 45s, like 3 or 4.
I know.
So my triceps have always been strong. So if you have a good strong, like my bench is my freakish lift that I have.
That's kind of same with me.
Yeah. So
I'm 190 right now, and
yeah. So my squat is, like I said, all my lifts I think are decent. Bench is the only one that's ridiculous. But
you're fucking squatting 500 fucking pounds. I mean there's lots of people. I'm more just kind of busting your balls. I mean, that's very impressive.
Yeah. So all time it's like 560-ish for squat, and I did that with Cameron and Sean actually. One time we lifted up here, and then my dad is about 6.
6.
Yeah. And it's in. I mean, it's happening in kilograms, so I say about, but it's right there in that range. So I have technically per powerlifting standards, I would say about a 1,500 pound total.
Yeah.
Give or take. I don't train like strength enough like that anymore, and especially when it comes to like a lot of us, me, Cameron, Sean.
Cameron who?
Gilbert.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this and lift and, send stuff to each other, but it's more functional training.
Yeah.
Being able to just healthily lift, heavy
it's smart. You're lifting smart.
But we still like lifting heavy weights.
Yeah.
I mean, Ash is the same way. He's in Honduras now. He's been over there for almost
he's on deployment?
14 months. No, he's stationed over there. But
damn.
He's gotten in, and him and Sean together are like kind of the stuff that like we bounce stuff off each other. But I mean, I'm technically bulking right now, so I'm trying to put on size. But I'm going for.
I really don't want you to be 275.
I said 270.
I don't give a fuck. I don't like that.
But the difficult thing is it's hard to put on that much size and mass while staying conditioned, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I've been going on runs. I mean, I'm doing like 4-mile runs every couple days and stuff, and doing consecutive cardio and things like that.
You get runner's high? You know what that is?
Yeah.
I back in the day when I had the tiny home, I ran a lot, and I'd say around the 3rd mile you start clicking into that. You're just like,
it's different for everyone, but yeah.
Okay.
So those are the totals I have for lifts, and I mean those I would say. The squat and deadlift are within probably the last year or so. Bench has been a little longer than that. So, but anymore, it's just.
What was your weight at when you threw that weight around?
Which weight?
Sorry, I mean like body weight. What was your body weight when you were throwing that kind of weight around?
So the bench was when I was in South Carolina. I was about 220, 230.
Okay.
And then
220?
Yeah.
That's very impressive, right?
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
I mean, that's more than 2 times.
Well, because you're 250. Okay, at my wedding you were 250. What are you weighing in right now?
I haven't honestly weighed myself in probably close to 2 months.
I got a scale on there.
I don't want to see,
but it's probably not like.
But
do you have a legit scale? Or are you jumping on?
I mean, I have a decent. That's a digital scale. It's nothing more. Than
you should. Tyler's got like a legit scale.
I mean, a scale's a scale.
No. Well, if you're like legit talking about competing, this is very important.
No, I'm not talking about doing that now. I'm saying this is what I've done in the past. And you asked, but no, I'm not thinking about doing any competitions anytime soon. It's just but those are the numbers.
270, bro. We're gonna need 2 tarps. Fucking throw 2 tarps on your ass.
When you're taller, it can spread out.
Yeah. That's such
if you take
bullshit, dude.
somebody that's my weight, that's like 4 inches
How tall,
shorter.
How tall are you?
6'2". Yeah, you got missed with the height gene too. I know.
Fucking like 5'10" on a good day. Like on a good day.
But
with boots, hold on. With boots, I'm like 6 foot, brother.
Yeah,
like, what up?
If you take some of the buddies I lived with and some of the older guys I lived with that are like between 5'9" and 5'11" height range, that are
they'll all bench you any day.
No, they won't. I have
those littler guys, like shorter dudes.
Well, I mean, the point I was making is that when you look at them, their size, they look stocky,
thick.
They look thick.
Yeah, like a good running back, like Nick Chubb.
You take them and you stretch them out. There's more weight to be dispersed.
Yeah, what's? I think Seabum's 5'11". Is he?
Seabum is the same. We would compete in the same category if I got on stage.
Oof, he does. He's got you beat on the mustache. I'd vote on him. He's got the mustache, dude. Yeah.
No, he's same height as me.
I'm not gonna lie. If you want my honest opinion, you have to finish this. Kind of spinning off. You need to finish the sleeve. I know you're like, no, it's gonna take. No, it's not. Well, it honestly.
I have the half sleeve. I'm not planning on finishing a full one on this side. I'm gonna get a half or a full on this one because I have an idea for what I want to do for this side because this one's all colored stuff.
Do you regret any of those?
No.
You don't.
Why?
Well, show them. Show them.
It's.
Have they gotten distorted at all?
No, I got that one.
I've always fucked with the gladiator helmet.
And then this one.
Dude.
I don't know if they can see that, but it's a half American, half rebel flag on the inside.
I've always fucked with the gladiator helmet. It's fucking dope. But, like, what was the inspiration behind this thing? Blocko, of course. Everyone's got that fucking shit.
Well, this half sleeve was just red, white, and blue colored stuff. I was in my...
So then fill it in. Finish it.
I'm going to. So
no, you got to get it done.
I have a piece that I'm getting down the back of my tricep.
What are we thinking?
It's going to be a mixture between a pinup style girl and
I like that. Old school.
It's a real life pinup girl with a shotgun across her shoulders and the Ohio flag hanging off of it.
Oh, that's dope.
Because it'll match the color scheme for the half sleeve. And then I'm just going to get like shaded textured stuff between it to fill out the gaps. Okay. Now the one I'm excited for on this arm.
So you're going to do a half up there and a half down low right here.
No, up top.
Oh, so you're going to have like a short sleeve shirt on all the time.
Kind of, yeah.
That's cool.
And then, I mean, eventually it'll come to it. Like, I'll do it across my chest, maybe my back as well.
Nice, I like that.
But for this one, I actually saw the idea off of TikTok, but I want to do kind of like a beehive, like a honeycomb looking thing where I have someone
geometrical shit?
Yeah, and then I can just go to random tattoo parlors and just tell them, hey, fill in this one.
Yeah, well, nowadays... And the only reason I know any of this is I've watched a shit ton of like tattoo shit. Clearly you guys have seen the pictures. Is it weird how tatted I am? Like to you? You don't find it weird?
Why would it be weird?
I don't know. Like would you say I'm pretty fucking tatted?
I mean, I would say yeah. I bet you do realize that I work with people that are like.
I get that, but I'm your younger brother. That's got to be a little weird. Like, okay, well, okay.
Why would it matter?
I don't know, because I mean, you saw me when I was a kid. You're like, damn. I mean, look at him now. He's fucking all tatted and bald and shit.
I mean, I might think something of it if you had like face
shit tatty. Well, okay. So the only reason I even bring up the tattoos and stuff, well, one because I'm a big uniform guy. Like I'm proud of myself. I'm paying for my girl to get like her next session done because I've been in her shoes, and she's almost got a full sleeve. She's missing this in her elbow. She has full down here, pretty much all of this done. No, actually all of this done. So she's missing this and this. So I think it's gonna be around $600-700. But the dude does amazing work, really good. You should check out her ink before you leave. But I'm huge into tattoos. I fucking love them. And that's fun. The more I was getting at is like if you are getting out in front of like C-Bum's got that fucking dope ass half sleeve and it doesn't take away from fucking shit. Yeah. Now maybe because he got it on his forearm and forearms aren't like you can't go crazy. I mean, you can get some dope ass big ass forearms, but it's more like the bicep. And I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
it's also having.
I know
dope. It's also finding the artists that do it and finding the time to do it too.
It is going to be a little difficult for you to find the geometrical. A lot of people can't do that type of work because it's very intricate, very steady hand, light hand, but it has to be the right pressure, all types of shit.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've just kind of little tatted up. Like I've sat for, I think, easily 36 hours of getting tattooed.
At once?
No, God, no. Probably all together. I'd probably say with the full sleeve chest and pretty much a full leg sleeve almost.
I was gonna say that's.
Maybe that's a bit. No, because this one piece was at 7 hours almost, just right here.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I'm thinking about getting a hand tattoo. So
what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Well, I mean, you won't even go on your forearm. So
just because I have a preference doesn't mean you do.
No, I know, but
my preference, I think leg tattoos on dudes look awful.
Oh, you're such a pud.
Unless they have massive quads. If you have, are you
talking about like
legs,
me?
No, not at all. If you have like a lot of meat and mass to your legs, then tattoos on it look
Shots fired, bro.
I just don't think in
general. I get it.
I don't find tattoos that are on guys' legs to look that good.
Females, okay, brother. Okay, hold on. This is good to kind of spin it off into tattoos still though. Well, hold on. Let me finish up the hand thing. My favorite dog in the world is English Bulldog. I want to get it old school traditional. Now this is all neo traditional up here, but I'm gonna get it black and gray so it kind of blends in with this. But I'm gonna have it like kind of coming up in here. But it's an English Bulldog with a cigar hanging out of his mouth with a fucking top hat on. Because I got the pocket watch, like I got like a couple like stuff like that, like kind of top hatty, like I don't know. It kind of ties in, but I wanted to kind of
the top hat would watch tattoo.
Yeah, right here, 330. That's what the owl's standing on. But I mean, this whole sleeve is just Northern American animals, even my chest, and then my whole leg sleeve is all Japanese. Like
it's your body. You do what you want.
I know, but
everyone has preferences.
Yeah,
and
I guess
preference. I have not seen a leg tattoo on a dude that I'm like, damn, I like the way that looks.
Then you haven't seen enough tattoos.
I've seen a lot actually.
Well, okay. But then we're just too different. I just find tattoos cool. Like even shitty ones. I'm like, dude, honestly, fuck it. Like that's
find
dope.
Some of the stupidest and simplest tattoos to be the best ones.
I have a screaming gorilla on the top of my calf, and I have an astronaut standing on a planet like this on my other thigh.
There's a dude I work with that has a doodle bob tattoo on his ankle.
That's so cool.
That's phenomenal. I love it.
Dude, but okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm glad you brought up like leg sleeves on chicks. I know my fucking weakness, dude. Have you, as a man, found your weakness? Something that you're just like, yeah, that shit's always going to be hot to me.
I mean, yeah, I have a few things.
All right, name one.
I mean...
okay, besides dump trucks.
like, what? Like, in what regard?
Hold on. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
In regards to what? Like, just a physical feature?
Yeah, something that just, like, every time you see it, you just, like, kind of, like, damn. Kind of, like, make your heart... flutter a little bit, like you're just like that's fucking hot, like a sexy whatever.
I mean, like I said, I think leg tattoos on a female, I mean,
spicy. I agree. But I would more just say tattoos in general. Sleeves, to be fair. If a chick has a whole sleeve, that means she can handle some shit. Like she's just...
You think because she has a tattoo sleeve, she can handle stuff?
She can definitely handle pain, and the world is definitely a crazy world that you're walking through all the time. So that's a plus for me.
Yeah. Do you know that females are able to
I get it
better than men can?
Yeah, whatever.
It's literally...
I get, that's cool. That's awesome. But
that's how it works.
But what I'm getting at is like, I know that's what I like. Fuck with is just tattoos in general, like on any chick.
Yeah.
Especially like I said with sleeves. And I found that out on that trip right there, bro. Oh, dude. Tattoos just they're fucking dope.
That's fine. That's your thing. For me, I would also say like for me specifically, like a chick that's like really been able to build in fitness aspect.
Okay. One for me is I'm definitely into moms. Like I like a girl, like, just by looking at her, you can just be like, yeah, that chick looks, she's going to be a great mom. Like, I guess MILFs. I'm into MILFs, I would say.
But, there's a difference between, like, MILFs or like a potential like female that can be a good mom. There's a difference between
that is true. Definitely true. But I would go with more of what I said first then.
the potential to be.
But I like both.
Mom. Yeah.
Yes, but I like both. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you honestly go down through my roster, every one of those first glance, you're like, she looks like she'd probably be a good mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad quality to look for.
No.
So.
But I'm already a dad. Like I'm 26 and I have my first kid. Like I already had a house. Like I feel like maybe I've just been chasing a family. I'm gonna be like, I want that, bro. What's up?
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it is from the traumatic childhood we had and shit, or maybe it is just. I don't know.
I can say that throughout all of the changes and stuff I've been doing, and the therapy and stuff I've been going through and everything.
You've gone to therapy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good for you, dude.
I've been doing a lot of it. But I'm understanding more of where like my traumas and the stuff that's come up as issues has come from.
Yeah.
A lot of it stems from like mommy issues and stuff like
that.
100%.
So,
but yeah, it's definitely something that's allowed
what has helped me is honestly the weed and stuff. Like it's made me process things differently, think of things creatively and differently, and more just analyze it on a healthier level. I know that sounds stupid. You're like, you're just a freaking pothead, whatever.
That's not what I'm saying.
But it is true.
You compare.
No, I get. But now, to be fair,
what's better? I'm gonna work on my traumas with weed or therapy.
Well, I don't think I have trauma. That's the thing. Like I've already worked through that. No, I have squashed mine. You have not.
Well, part of that is because
that's on you. Now, do you regret that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Part of what I've been working on.
Okay.
Part of it can't be addressed because she's no longer on the planet.
That's what I'm asking. Do you regret that?
I do regret not being able to at least hear her side of stuff.
Yeah.
And I only have come to that realization here.
The older you and it comes. Is it because you've gotten older?
It's because I've been going to therapy.
See, I don't want to pay for therapy because I'm cheap, but mine's more me having a kid. Me growing up in life, seeing the whole world.
Those components apply and like add to it, but at the same time, like I've been through a lot of stuff. And
100%.
A lot of the way that I've come to understand to help with a lot of that is doing those kinds of things.
Dude, I'm don't think I'm like coming at you in any way.
No, I'm not.
I'm more like honestly proud of you. Like you're working through it, and the reason I bring that up is because I've talked about it. Like I'm just like I wish you would have at least gotten to see her one more time before she passed. And we're talking about our real mother. She's up there watching over us now, and hopefully she's proud of the men that we've become. And she's definitely, for everything that we've gone through and stuff, she still brought us into this world, and still she did. She put food on the table when we needed to eat. Like we were still able to fucking play. Oh well, not.
See,
no way! Hold on, because
I don't want to go down that road.
Hold on. The time where the cops showed up, all three of us were eating a big ass plate of spaghetti.
Do you remember the 3 to 4 years prior to that?
I don't. Hey, let's think of whatever. I know what you mean.
My point.
I know. Okay, but again, I know. But I think maybe I definitely
you were sheltered from a lot of that.
I wasn't sheltered.
No,
I deal with things.
I can promise you, being the oldest, I saw and dealt with a lot more than you and Sadie did.
How old are you? How much older are you than me?
A year.
Okay, so you didn't see a lot.
I definitely did.
But we don't need to argue about this.
I'm not saying we're arguing. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that you didn't have to see.
Maybe 100%, and you might be correct. But like I said, with you only being the age gap, there's got to be not much. But what I will say is, I really wish that you would have been able to see her at least one more time, and because I'm glad that you've grown up a lot from that. Because even when she was going through all that, like the stuff that was coming out of her mouth, like I was just like, dang, bro, like this shit you're gonna have to live with the rest of your life. Like, and you're young.
I don't know anything that happened prior to us getting, like, after we got put in foster care. After that, I don't know anything that happened with her. Or
no. I understand and I get that. But what I'm talking about is when she was on, like, pretty much in the hospital, like the kind of
Never
stuff.
even knew she was.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
No, I didn't. Who told me? It wasn't you. And you're the only up until.
No,
you
hold on. We don't need to talk about this. Like, yeah,
you don't want to get into this because
I will. We can just cut this if you want to. Like to go to do this, I can definitely do this. And we're back. Okay, so guys, we got into a little bit of an argument. It's just brotherly love, thinking of things like differently. I'm sure a lot of people honestly could probably fucking relate to that. We probably should keep it in, but some of the stuff that, like I said, I haven't opened up a ton about. Like, eventually I will, and maybe next time you come on, we can really kind of jump into that because this has been fun. I mean, we've fucking almost been going 2 hours, so it's been good catching up with you too. Because, like I said, he does live up in Dayton. I only get to see you every once in a while, so I'm very grateful for you coming down and definitely being on the podcast and stuff. But kind of spinning back into it, we definitely were talking about health because you're big into that, like fitness, blah, blah, blah. We got into a little bit of the tattoos. I really would like to jump back into actually like the healthiness, like where that comes from. And do you think all the trauma and stuff that you've been through and stuff, you kind of just force it into that and it's just a positive driving force, like, and a great hobby? Do you kind of know what I'm getting at? Like, well, kind of the negative, taking the negative and kind of turning it into a positive. Like,
well, I mean, like I explained before when I was talking about like what got me into lifting and stuff. That's what I was saying. Is that's what initially,
I was taking a leak.
That's what initially caused me to start lifting is that stuff. But and then after a certain point with any fitness journey, if you do it long enough, you get addicted to it. You start seeing results, and then I just continued to want to keep bettering myself, and I wanted to become someone that could not be messed with by anybody by any means anymore. It was also a coping mechanism, and it's a joke that we make in the fitness industry, but one of the ways you can hide your emotions is by burying them in your muscles. So you get them big enough, you can, hide a lot of stuff. But it's essentially how it started. It's just once you do something for so long, it just becomes natural. Like to me anymore, it's harder for me to take a rest day from the gym than it is to go. Like I can remember, I think a little while back, I think it went almost 4 weeks without a rest day from the gym.
Oh, that's not good.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if I sit at home and I don't go, I feel like I didn't accomplish anything today. I could go grocery shopping, clean my house, cook dinner, do all this. I still would not feel accomplished unless I went to the gym because that's the one thing that's made me feel like
and there's like I said, that's a healthy I guess addiction probably
per se healthy. I mean anything can become unhealthy. Yes.
Well, I definitely feel like I look up to you in that aspect. Like you grind in the gym, and I feel like that's honestly one of the reasons I still go to the gym because I don't want to be like the pud brother. Like I get like teased by that. Like, oh fuck you.
You do realize that that's one thing that I've actually looked back on, and I kind of genuinely feel bad about is the fact that people would always compare me to you, and we've never. And I'm not saying that you were not on my level because I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we were different. And
wait, are you talking about like fitness wise?
Just in general, when it comes to comparing
fitness, stuff. You crushed it. Well, that's not even on the same comparison. But that's what I'm saying. What would they compare us about?
Well, obviously, like you said, I was the really good football athlete.
Yeah.
And you played football. You were in my shadow per se in football. You were a good wrestler.
Yeah.
And you had that. What I'm saying is that when you look at it,
I never looked at it like that.
But that's what
I never thought I was in your shadow either.
That's why it's
because we played two different positions.
I know, but I'm saying I've looked at it negatively because I feel bad that people compare us when we've gone two different routes. So that's why
that's why you're the reason I didn't join the military is because you joined the military. Like I was like, you're doing that. I didn't want to be like, let's both join the military. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense. I was like, I'm good with building. Like I'm carving my own path. Like
but there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying that I felt bad at the fact that people will compare us like in that aspect when there's not a whole lot that can be done genetically.
No one compares me to you.
Well, like you just said, they make fun of you for the fact that I'm the one that's taller, I'm the one that has the genetics for the muscles, I'm the one that's built. That's but
I've never really pursued weightlifting like you do.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that
I guess just because I go to the gym, they're like, I don't know. I get what you're saying, trust me, but I think I'm more just trying to analyze and break it down a little more and like. What are they other than the fact that like I have a family we're on the same level.
Every time, no, I know, but I'm speaking like every time that you and I have gotten together, even back to like your
competitiveness,
even to your baby shower and all that stuff, people were literally like looking at us next to each other side by side, and we're like, well, we can tell who got all the good genes. And part of me feels bad because there's nothing you can really do about it.
No, I can't. I don't let that get me down, though.
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying me as the older brother, that's how I feel about it.
So it kind of spinning it full circle. It's the same thing like when you were getting bullied and I could, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over here laughing with you. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But I think that's just you loving me and looking out for me and vice versa.
Like I said, protector mentality. It's just how I've always been.
Well, I think that's just natural with us.
It's just how I am with a person in general. But yeah, with us too.
Oh, no. There's a lot of times I'll scare my wife. Oh, dude. Because I think I told her, like, I've definitely moved on. Like, I've, like, put all that behind me, blah, blah, blah.
Moved on from what?
Just like I said, what we've gone through in the past and stuff and moved on from it. But sometimes like it'll rear its head where I'll say something and she'll be like, damn, are you good? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm okay. Like, just like say we saw something or a video of like a perfect example is Joe Rogan brought it up. And this girl was selling lemonade or something or selling something. And this guy rode by on his bike and like snatched out of her hand and grabbed her up. And like Joe Rogan, like, looked at Bill Burr, who was sitting across from him. Do you know who that is? Mm-hmm. Just two comedians.
Yeah.
And I think Bill brought it up, and Joe looked at him and was like, yeah, I'd be wearing orange.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking behind bars.
Yeah.
And like, because that dude, he's an animal. Like, fucking Joe's a beast. Like, go look at him. Like, he's a savage.
Yeah.
But I feel like in every guy, like, you have that mentality, and it does come out, I think, sometimes, especially like when I do see a video or I am thinking about my wife and my kids and like protecting them and like blah 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 this and I go there sometimes and I'm just be like, dude, I would fuck like, and just some of it, she's just like, honey, are you like good? And it's not that like
it's a man's mentality.
Some men truly, because I mean, like I was just saying, like about my son. And you got to understand, there's a lot of guys out there more like him than us. 100%.
Like who?
Like my son, like not very violent, like like laid back, like chill, like peaceful.
I work with them, or they're people that I tell what to do.
Yeah, I guess in the Air Force you probably would have more chill guys like that than Marines, like where they're like, "Fuck you," like let's fucking go, like.
Dude, I literally have cops that I work with. They're people that are under me that are supposed to be the ones in charge, like laying the authority down.
Yeah,
that can barely tell you what to do. They're barely. They're like they pull up and they're like.
Well, it's not that. It's not more telling people what to do. It's more like taking action when action needs to be taken.
That's the point I'm making.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They're not,
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very like hesitant. They're like.
Okay, even today, an answer, I swear to God, if you lie to me right now, I'll beat your ass. If even the relationship you have with Sadie, same with me, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. If you ever saw Sadie, someone come up and slap the shit out of her, first off, I fear for that guy's life. Truly. But... what would you do?
I wouldn't tolerate that. I don't let that
there's
happen.
No fuck. Yeah, there's no fuck. Even the relationship we have, there's no fucking way.
I don't let that happen to random females.
Yeah, 100%. But even a guy, even like if you saw a guy like, just like he's walking and I never even saw this in school. Like you see it in movies, like someone hit his fucking books out. First off, I'd look at the one dude that hit his fucking books out, I'd be like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like you pud? Like, oh, bro. But. I'm glad you kind of share that because it does. I don't know. It's hard to kind of put it into words, but I feel like in every dude they kind of have that, and hopefully you guys can relate to kind of what I'm saying. But kind of spinning it full circle, I looked at Ryan and I'm like, buddy, because his dad just had a baby, new girl, like last week, like this week, I think Wednesday, I believe. Mm-hmm. I looked at Ryan when Haley was pregnant. And I was like, buddy, like, what if someone picks on your little sister, like shoves her down on the playground, what are you going to do? He's like, well, she would handle that. I was just like, oh God. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like as a man, like as his father, like stepfather and stuff, I have to understand that there's two different ways of thinking. Because if that was told to me, like by our father, what would you say, Isaac? What would you say, Isaac? I would karate chop the fucking dude in half. Just skink. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I did it. There was a guy. I've been in 2 fights in my life. One you can actually see on YouTube. And then the other one was at that playground. And this kid, we were at the campground. This kid was throwing dead crawdads at Sadie. It's like, dude, stop. She said stop. Quit it. Like, and you warn him. And I think Sadie told him stop. So when I said stop, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He fucking didn't stop. So I marched across a little mud hole and put this dude in the fucking chokehold and started beating his ass. Like, I'm like, dude, what? And the older kids broke it up, and I went back to Mama, and I looked at her, and she wasn't mad. She's like, honey, you told her no. You told him to stop, and Sadie told him to stop, and you stuck up for your little sister. Guess what? I got a fucking cookie after that shit.
Exactly.
But we're different. That's what I have. I guess that's a whole thing I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. That's so crazy. The world is just crazy. Well, it's so cool, but it's so crazy. Everyone's going to have different outlooks on life. Everyone's going to be... I more try and take everything positively. In anything. I really just try and look at the positives.
Yeah.
Like you were just telling me about how like people are dicking on me. Like you still got the full head of hair. You got the jawline. You're built like an action figure. Brother, I'll take my personality over yours any day. That's the only thing I can say. And I feel like that's what I cling to. Like, I am that class clown. I am the guy that, like, will go up and talk to a fucking tree. And, again, one of the reasons why I started this podcast. But I more just, even when you were saying those things, I was more taking it as positive. Like, okay, I need to get in more shape. I need to.
Well, that's just your
outlook. Maybe some Rogaine would help. But, like, I don't know. Yeah. I really do put trying a positive or funny spin on a lot of things. And it really has helped me a lot.
No, I know.
It's gotten me in trouble, trust me. And that's why people think I'm broken.
Don't get me wrong. Humor is a good way to cope with stuff. I mean,
until you're getting yelled at by your wife and you start laughing. Because you don't know how to fucking handle your emotions in any other way. I mean, you're just like, damn.
That's one of the benefits to therapy.
I get that. But at least I'm man enough to understand, like, and willing to talk about it and, like, be like, hey, like, those are the things. But I feel like if I've diagnosed the problem myself, and I can work on it, like, and I've tried, like, and I am trying. Like, I don't laugh anymore unless what she's talking about is fucking hilarious, and you're just like, dude, seriously, are you fucking mad about that? Like, now that can either go to, and she's like, or it could be like, I get it, like, maybe I am kind of overreacting in that situation.
Yeah,
but
that's just kind of how you are and who you are.
I guess, yeah.
So,
and hopefully you can relate to some of that, but I feel like we've kind of hit on almost everything. We've gone for probably 2.5 hours now.
It's a while.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you or anything.
No, it doesn't keep me.
And I really do greatly appreciate you coming on, and it's been great catching up. Is there anything you want to wrap up or plug or talk about?
I mean, not really. I think it was a good intro with stuff. I'm sure I'm going to have to come back down and do a lot more with more structured stuff because I feel like it's...
Oh, it was all over.
It was.
This is more of an introduction, like spitballing, like, and I would, anytime you want to come down.
You've mentioned it a few times.
About honestly, everything I brought up, the real ones that have watched every episode and stuff, you've probably been able to key into a lot of what I've been talking about because you've been brought up a lot. So and
that's kind of why I wanted to come down and I'll try and see if I can do it more often. It's just,
dude, that'd be honest. Yeah. You really want to live an hour and a half away from me?
Yeah.
That's not that bad. When I thought about it, I was like, that's not that bad.
I mean, it's not
anything under 2 hours. I'm Gucci because I pretty much drive 45 to 50 minutes every day to work.
But yeah.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, these episodes are going to be dropping every Monday. If you guys want to follow along, like, subscribe. If you got any fitness stuff, why don't you plug your Instagram or TikTok? Why don't you plug something? If they have anything, I know you do some fitness.
I mean, I post fitness stuff, and
he's a great follow.
I have a lot of people that also just DM me personally for advice, information, and stuff like that too. So I do training and personal training as well. I got my NASM certification, so trying to get into that as well. So if anybody wants some of that stuff, I can help as well.
Even dieting stuff like that, very good. I've definitely hit him up a ton when I've slimmed down for that bachelor trip and. I mean, I've just been around him enough, and my best friend is a nut when it comes to that too, because he's competing and stuff. But yeah, go ahead, hit him up. But The BFE podcast. Thank you so much. We're out.